see there's loads of people who have turned up for the march today in support of Ibrahim Traore, the youngest head of state in the world. And apparently, according to the US and people like Michael Kuhn Langley, Traoré is misusing the gold reserves in Burkina Faso against his own people. So essentially they're accusing him of corruption. So that video has gone viral and people are not having it. Social media has gone up in a frenzy. Taken to the streets today on the 30th of April. It's a boy B Yaks and welcome to another episode of Flight on the Wall Perspective. We're here outside the French Consulate and I am here with
Pinky, and I'm representing Champs and Giggles, which is a platform that we run every Friday, and we call it Talk the Thing. So we are very much behind Ibrahim and Burkina Faso and all the upright people in Burkina Faso.
Okay, so what brings you here today?
What brings me here today is because I've heard about the assassination or trying to assassinate him at least 20 times. They have tried since he's been in power. I am here because he's like a son. He's old enough, I'm old enough to be his mother. So he's like a son. What I am so proud of, I'm 60s, I'm in my 60s, and this is the first that I have been able to take part in something so positive, what this man is doing for Africa. And I hope that the whole of Africa and the Caribbean, because I am from Barbados, Mia Motley is my Prime Minister. I'm born in England, but that's my Prime Minister. I love her just as I love Ibrahim. I love what he's doing. And this is what brings me here today.
I love that, because me, myself, I'm from Congo, obviously raised up in London, North London to be specific, and I'm today coming here, I'm loving seeing Jamaican flags, I'm seeing a lot of Congolese flags.
Yes.
You know, to me that speaks volumes, you know.
It speaks volumes. Barbados flags down here today.
This is what I'm saying.
We've got Barbados, we've got Guyana, we've got Jamaica, we've got St. Lucia, we've got Dominica, we've got all the
Caribbean and African coalition.
Mainly a lot of Caribbean and...
Hey, come on.
And...
You tell him.
Our heart is with him, and I pray. When I go to church on Sunday, I will be praying that the Father continues to hold, protect. That's what we need, and we need the whole of Africa to unite every part of Africa, all four corners of the globe.
Absolutely, I'm sure you have heard of Michael Langley, the US General. So what does the black imperialist like? Sorry, I've got to speak up now because of the background noise. What does the black imperialist that Michael Langley represent?
Oh my gosh. He represents unity, power.
No, Michael Langley.
Oh!
So I don't think you heard me properly because of the sound.
No. Well.
Do you know the video that went viral of him asserting that Ibrahim Traore is misusing the gold reserves for his own personal benefit.
He is a liar. He is a liar, and we rebuke him. That's what we do. We rebuke him. Simple.
Absolutely. And Malcolm X spoke about there's a difference between the Black Revolution and the Negro Revolution. What does that mean to you?
Do you know what? The Black Revolution. I think, for me personally, the Black Revolution starts now with us. With us educating our young people. Yeah? You're a young man, and I'm proud to see you as a young man that is here today.
Thank you.
Yeah? And I'm proud that I'm seeing you and what you're doing and how you're trying to get the word out. I'm proud of that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah? That's what that means to me in terms of a Black Revolution.
Wicked. That makes absolute sense to me. Thank you so much for your
You're
time.
more than welcome.
Yeah.
And God bless you guys for what you're doing.
We are out here in central London, and I'm joined by Leo Mohammad of the Nation of Islam. How you doing, Leo?
I'm good, brother. I'm very good. Yes, sir.
It's really good to see you. So, obviously, the clip of US General Michael Langley has gone viral. It's got everybody obviously talking about the race relations and colonialism, neo-colonialism, imperialism, and so forth. So, what brings you here today?
Well, brother, what we're witnessing is a pattern of behaviour which has gone on for millennia, for decades. They have been killing Africans and black people and original people who rise in order to facilitate the liberation of our people. And so when we saw Langley, saying the things that he was saying, telling the lies that he was telling about Ibrahim Traore, we know the playbook, we know the pattern of behavior. The devil never changes his mode of operation. That's the way he operates. And so my purpose for being here today is to really send a clear message to the French and to the Americans and to the British, because the British are always in the mix, that we're not going to tolerate the assassination, the killing, the overthrow, or the preventing of this revolution. A revolution which is absolutely lawful and needed because of the type of behavior that's been going on with the people colonizing Africa since 1884, 1885, when they went to Berlin and carved up the African continent. They've been working...
Berlin Conference.
Right, they've been working 24/7 throughout the decades to prevent the rise of Africa and prevent the rise of the African people coming back together, unifying ourselves and taking charge of our own affairs. And, every time somebody stands up, every time somebody rises, they're shot down, they're cut down, they're imprisoned, they're slandered, they're evil spoken of. They create all of these machinations designed to destroy our rise as a people. And we've had enough. And so we're here in solidarity and support of our brother, and we want the people of Burkina Faso, Burkina Bay, we want the people in the Sahel region, the people who are part of that AES coalition to know that we stand with them. We are willing to fight with them. We are people who are in the belly and the brain of the beast here in the UK. We know these people. We've lived among them now for in excess of, speaking personally, in excess of 50 years. So we know the way they operate, and we're saying enough is enough. We want to see Africa free, liberated. We want to see a united Africa, the United States of Africa. And we are saying to all of these Uncle Tom sellout, wicked Negroes who are masquerading as leadership in Africa to get out of the way and allow our young people like you, brother, young brothers and sisters like yourself, man, you got so much genius. It's in your DNA. Africa could be head and shoulders above the entire planet, brother, if we would have proper leadership. And Almighty God Allah has given us leadership in Ibrahim Traore as an example of what leadership should look like. And so, we would encourage all of the people of the diaspora, all of the people of the continent, stand up, man, stand up. It's time now, because Almighty God Allah is on our side. God is with us. We are the children and the people of God.
Absolutely.
We're not no Johnny-come-latelys. We're not some people just got up with a good idea one day.
Absolutely.
We are the mothers and fathers of civilization. And these people have been raping us and robbing us for far too long.
Absolutely. And Michael Langley accused Ibrahim Traore of misusing the gold reserves against his own people. What does he mean by that? What corruption is he talking about?
You know, brother, I mean, you know what? One of the things that we have to learn to do is to appreciate, I can't remember who said it, but whatever the enemy says, you got to understand that it's the complete opposite.
Absolutely.
And what we have to appreciate is that France, America, Britain, the West have been stealing gold and other mineral resources out of the African continent for centuries.
Literally.
Now a black man comes, wrestles the mines back away from the enemy who has been stealing the gold in order to enrich France, enrich Britain, enrich America. Now when that black man comes and wrestles it away from them, takes it back, gives it back to the people it belongs to, the people of the Burkina Faso people, now all of a sudden they want to accuse him of using these resources for his own. I mean,
how does that make sense? No, that's the thing of it. I'm like, can someone make it make sense?
Brother, it's laughable, and what, and,
to say the least.
And you see, listen to the beautiful language that you use. You said make it make sense. See, when something makes sense, it adds up. It's mathematics.
Absolutely.
And the fact that it doesn't add up and it's not mathematics, you know that it's BS.
Absolutely.
And so what we have to learn to do is not listen to nonsense and just understand the modus operandi. Understand what's at play here. This is more lies. Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction that he didn't have. Muammar Gaddafi was going to kill his own people.
2011.
And Robert Mugabe, and we can go on and on. Everyone. And in the aftermath, you learn that these people are lying through their teeth. Same principle applies here. And so, you know, we have to develop our own agenda, following the example and the footsteps of Brother Ibrahim, who has really set the same space as the enemy. It doesn't work, brother. And I have to say to our people, because a lot of our people,
and that's always been the aim of the Nation of Islam.
Absolutely, brother. Because it's not...
According to my research.
Somebody didn't lay down one night and come up with a good idea. We understand that we've tried integration. We've tried all of these things where we try to work with the former colonial masters, the former slave masters and their children. It does not work. Why? Because, brother, you and I may change, but the leopard never changes his spots. The devil cannot change. It's the same play. And so we've got to come to the realization at some point that, you know what? You know, like the prodigal son said, at a certain point in time, the prodigal son realized, he said, I think I will return to my father's house.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Because we've been trying to join ourselves on to a system that, brother, was never designed for us.
Absolutely.
And as long as we do that, brother, we will be frustrated.
And that's not racist, you know, when we hear things like that. People
Mathematics. Mathematics.
Do you understand? Absolutely. And Malcolm X, yeah, one of his best quotes I've heard him say is there's a difference between a black revolution and a Negro revolution.
Big difference.
Can you make that distinction?
It's a big difference, brother, because the Negro, you know, if you listen to some of the African leaders, I'm not going to name them, but some people should know who we're talking about. Brother, they say all the right things.
Absolutely.
They speak the language. They speak a Negro revolution, which is no revolution at all.
Turn the other cheek revolution.
Right, what they're speaking all the time is, again, to be within a system that is designed from Paris, designed from Washington, designed from Westminster, but not designed by ourselves. And so the real revolution is the system when we take charge and we design it for ourselves. Unfortunately, what happened in our so-called independence in so many of these countries is that the white man left the seat and the black man sat in the same seat. and carried on within the same system that the colonizer had set up. That's a fly trying to operate a spider's web.
Absolutely.
It's not going to happen, brother. So all of this has to be dismantled, and then we have to, with our DNA, with our genius, with our God selves, we have to build something for ourselves that resembles us.
Wicked, sorry, I know you have to go. Last question. What does the Black Revolution look like?
The Black Revolution, brother, starts with you and me falling in love with self.
Exactly.
You got to love your black self. You got to understand that God didn't make a mistake, brother, when He gave you this wonderful physique and this wonderful color. He was very deliberate in His creation.
Absolutely.
When you see another black man, you got to realize that's my brother. In the word brother is the word other. It's another part of yourself.
Absolutely.
That's why women who are mothers, they can't help it, brother, taking care of that child. They have to, because in the word mother is other. That other is a part of themselves. And so once we learn to love each other as brothers and sisters, brother, it's all over.
Absolutely. It's a
That's
wrap.
what the revolution's all about. It's all over.
All right, Leo Mohammad, thank you so much for your time.
Praise
Really
God, man.
appreciate it.
My
Keep
apologies for-
doing your great work out there.
Ross Charmer. Yeah, reggae artist. You're a reggae artist, yeah? Okay, cool. I do music too, but that's a different story. So, what brings you here today?
The general, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, Ibrahim. Love why I'm to kick out France.
Come on.
African liberation. I just come from Ghana.
Yeah?
So, African unity worldwide. So, I have to represent the general. You don't see them all try to assassinate the general. Anytime a black leader rise, they're trying to stop the movement. So, we as the people have together heart, soul, and mind. It's an honor to be here.
Absolutely. And
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Cool.
And we pray that the whole of West Africa cut ties from France. So long them are colonialized. So are we ready? If you take to go up on the battlefield, we're ready. If you chant the drum, we're ready.
Absolutely.
So we're there support the movement.
And what do you think is the root of the problem?
Europe to come out of Africa. For them to build up Africa before them. Because they're robbing Africa. Whole diamond, ivory. Everything, Africa and motherland of the world. So, we have to unify as a people, unite with the leaders, and kick out Europe. Because, yeah, we're there in Babylon, and what they have done to it, they have come for them. But really, them to leave out Africa and free up international movements for Africans. And stop look down on the kind of still not justified. Racism still a go on, so black unity, black strength, black love. A universal love said we can travel and go in Europe and see for different nations, but the root of the problem, Africa has to be redeemed and free.
So what do you say to the people that deem that to be racist? Black people want to unite, black people want to self-determine. So what have you got to say to people?
Love themselves, man. I must hate themselves, make them hate I and I. If them they love themselves, them they love I and I. So I love are the key factor. So I want to say, because white supremacy, we have been tricked, that Christ is white and Christ is black. Because we are the black gems. So I would say to all the down person and racists, love themselves because them still coming to Africa through the world.
Because a Caucasian person wouldn't be able to survive
Yes,
plus 1,000 years ago.
I learned something. By traveling, they trick us. Africa and the Caribbean is first world country, because they say Europe is first world country. But how can a first world country be a first world country and they can't feed their population?
It doesn't happen.
I just curse them. Now, they must have 3 to 4 months of sunshine. So they say that they are first world country when they are originally third world country. And Africa, the beautiful sunshine and Jamaica, they export our farming, agriculture, KFC, McDonald's, Burger King. So they
Multinational company.
Yeah. So it's a big scam going on.
They're a front, even Shell, you know? They're doing even faster. It's all a front for like the exploitation, basically, of our people, essentially.
So I just love the key factor, man, and they know at the time where karma gonna reach them. Who are slave gonna be rulers, and who are slave masters gonna be slaves.
Yeah. And people forget universal karma. You
Yeah.
know, even if you're not a religious or you're a person or you're an atheist,
exists.
if you believe in karma and stuff, then
That's
you know,
that's why I said what I just said.
exactly.
Yeah, so really, I just say black consciousness, because now in England, through the music, post-Cold War, black brothers need to love black brothers. Take care of the black sisters, take care of the children. Babylon give the youths them opportunity. Our young youth can get this house by the age 16, 17, 18. So it's like a monopoly going on. They give us privilege, but not with guidance.
With programming is also
Yeah.
and to unlearn that programming. And that's also a step, isn't it? You know, a step-by-step process as well. People to take.
Musically, I'm trying to bring the black community to the community. So the black brothers see these black brothers are king, a prophet, instead of a nigger. So self-value is where it starts. We have to value ourselves, value each other. And through Rastafari faith, this is what the man of the teachers and love and respect. So when I see my brother,
So what have you got to say to the brothers you don't think like that? You know, the brothers who have enemies that look like them and they are willing to do what they need to do necessarily.
each one, love and respect.
But do you agree that you can't save everybody? What group of people? You know what I'm saying?
One from a family, from a city, and the one from the family, black sheep from the family, is going to redeem the family. And from the city, is going to redeem the city, because people are looking when they see like...
I think about Michael Langley, for example. I wanted to get Michael Langley, the US general, who's accusing Ibrahim Traore of abusing the gold reserves in Burkina Faso against his own people and using that for his own personal gain. It's a miracle. So, you know,
This is what Babylon use black people,
Uncle
fight
Thomas.
black people.
That's it.
Who was the slave? Like when we were on the field, they're in the house.
you can't say people like Michael Langley.
No, he's one of them we call him Jamaica spread food. Black outside, they have a white man. So these are the puppets of Babylon. So Babylon get our black puppets to fight against the black people. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, yeah? Really appreciate it, man. Thank you too.
Africa is my home. Let it be known, Rastafari sit upon King David throne. In a Babylon, then thou shalt not roam. Report your way shall know, Africa is our soul. Let it be known, Rastafari sit upon King David throne. In a Babylon, then thou shalt not roam. Report your way shall know. Now yo, Afri reach Africa, then some way, somehow. Have the African links, yo, like wow. More love, African unity, one Raschama. I don't know it's Raschama, she come out one, I'm fire turn up a lava. From Babylon, leave out of Africa, no white supremacy. Africa is for the Africans.
Africa represents